that. My gravestone can move.
Your gravestone. Do not lay claim to the belongings of others.
Right. And let me guess who you think this ship belongs to. Incoming! Dropping out of hyperspace! It's a lot.
The Eternal Fleet.
They aren't firing.
Okay, ship. What are you waiting for?
Take it.
HK, see about that hyperdrive. Lana, work the shields. And we need a gunner.
I'll take care of it.
Omni cannons up. There's a capital ship near the center.
I see it.
Good. Now hit it. Target down. Wait, 5 targets. 10. I can't keep up. It's real. We could take the whole fleet.
Statement. The hyperdrive now meets minimum functionality requirements.
Why didn't you say so? All right, let's get out of here.
More than 24 ships lost in a single shot.
So that's the gravestone. It's as powerful as they say.
Everything stands at risk. Sakul, the throne, my vision for the galaxy. All because we let the Outlander slip away. I'm not blaming you.
I didn't think you were.
Father held us all back. You more than any. Such raw power. And yet you're still spreading your wings. Finding your limits.
Nice to be appreciated for a change. So, what now?
Now, I act.
No, no, no!
What's happened?
The hyperdrive worked. One time. Omnicannon Sprite 2. What a mess.
We're safely away from the fleet, if nothing else.
Should be able to make it to Asylum, but let's not hold our breath.
I thought you were supposed to fix it, not apply a temporary patch.
It's the best anyone could have done. We'll have more resources when we reach our destination.
Asylum is a skyport. A safe haven from Arkan's patrols.
Was she really necessary?
She helped us raise the gravestone. She fought at our side.
She also hunted me like an animal for years. She was Arkan's loyal knight.
I thought I was in service to Zakul. You had abandoned your responsibilities.
How many people did Arkan slaughter while you still served him? How many?
We're comparing body counts now? I'm not sure that's a game you want to play, Vortena. If anybody needs me, I'll be somewhere.
You could have at least consulted with me first.
Yes, I wonder how that might have gone.
Absolutely. I'd be glad to fix the gravestone by myself.
Your display of power, it concerns me deeply. I hope you've considered that its use must come at a cost, a very personal cost.
I'm in control, and I'll always be in control.
I wouldn't be so certain. Valkorion may prove to be of some use, but he's no less dangerous than when he was alive. That's why we need all the help we can get, and Senya will be a great help. I hope you can see that.
She's coarse, belligerent. I'm not convinced.
She's driven. I learned as much when I first encountered her. We met shortly after I arrived in Wild Space. Senya was hunting Koth. I was hoping to learn your fate. We exchanged what information we could. This was all before I really knew Koth, of course. Years ago.
You were looking for me all that time.
Is it really any surprise?
I was looking for a hyperdrive matrix processor assembly. You probably haven't seen one in here. I'll keep looking.
You may want to look in on Koth. And you should get to know Senya. I'm not sure if you'll hit it off exactly, but I think you'll find her intriguing.
Why can't there be a maintenance manual? Hey, can you get the power? Right over there. Thanks. Wouldn't want to electrocute myself on top of everything else. She's really something, this ship. But no one's been taking care of her.
You've grown attached rather quickly.
No offense, but it's the gravestone that will save the galaxy from Arkham. Not you, not me. Definitely not Senya.
I'm not so sure about Senya's motives.
A voice of reason. Thank you. I put all my trust in Lana and she goes to Senya for help. She does not know what she's getting us into. Senya acts according to... I don't know what. Her own narrow concept of justice, maybe. Even if her objectives align with yours, it doesn't mean she'll do what you need to get done. Believe me. Just don't forget who dropped everything to storm the Spire and help Lana pull you out of Carbonite. Alright?
And you did it. You found me. Where's your focus now?
I'm a little confused. I thought you and Lana were...
Maybe there was something there. But she doesn't interest me anymore.
Well, that's good to know. I'll keep it in mind. I should get back to it. Need to be sure the gravestone can get us all the way to Asylum. Hey, if Senya shines that narrow spotlight of hers on you, check your shadow.
Query. Has the meatbag bickering finally exhausted itself?
You shouldn't be poking your nose where it doesn't belong.
Admission. I strongly dislike that expression. My olfactory sensors are not at issue. Report. Speaking of my curiosity, Master, I have initiated an exploratory examination of this craft. Analysis. There are many sealed passageways, and I am unable to detect what may be on the other side.
Worth looking into at some point.
Revelation. I discovered an especially strange area. Unlike anywhere else on the gravestone, I had attempted to ascertain if any of its contents could be weaponized, but the new meatbag interrupted. Query. Any orders, Master?
Make sure Lana has everything she needs.
Assurance. I will endeavor to see to her right away.
I know. I couldn't help but take this place in either. Reminds me of a song I wrote.
I wouldn't have pegged you for a songwriter.
You know I get that a lot. Probably because most people meet me when I'm terse and angry.
You seem nothing at all like the person I met in the swamp.
Being a knight means everything. But I don't let it define me. When it's time to go to work, I'm who I need to be. The rest of the time, I'm just myself. You don't strike me as all that different.
What do you mean?
I get the feeling you aren't entirely yourself when matters call for it. I think that's true of a lot of people. I like to think it's even true of Arkin.
I know why I oppose him. What's your reason?
Years after the death of our immortal emperor, most are still so afflicted with remorse that they don't see what's happening. Arkin has become oppressive and cruel. He'll crush anyone who doesn't share his plan for the galaxy. So that's me. What about you?
Arkin took 5 years of my life. Turned everything inside out. He has to pay.
I know what that's like. Not exactly, but I see where you're coming from. You're not what I expected. Not sure if that's good or bad yet. But I do know I'll have an easier time with you than Koth.
If either of you makes this difficult for me, the gravestone is equipped with several airlocks.
When the time comes for us to confront Arkin, that might be just the kind of conviction we'll need.
Valkorion lives. He is not himself, nor has he taken a new body. It is difficult to see, and yet it is unmistakable.
His presence in the Force has always been deceptive.
Like on the Yavin moon.
Yes, and many times before and since. Even when my life depended on it, I did not see him properly until it was too late.
Approaching Asylum.
Told you we'd make it.
We haven't docked yet.
I should probably figure out how to land this thing.
I thought you were supposed to be good at this.
Koth is showing off. Ignore him and relax. That shadow port isn't on any chart. It's a haven for refugees fleeing Arkin's forces.
We'll be among friends. Mostly.
Tell your associates we've arrived.
They knew that days ago.
You want to explain how? Figures.
If we don't all start trusting each other, we're doomed.
Trust is a rare commodity these days.
Command. Are we there yet?
us through. Mighty fine ship you got there. We'll be coming aboard.
In how many pieces?
Ha! Captain!
Outlander, my crew. The best engine burners in wild space.
You could have introduced them sooner.
This was more fun. Get up here, you mangy woolocks.
Keep staring like that and you'll be doing it with one eye.
Name's Rollo. I served aboard Darth Marr's destroyer. We thought you died with him.
They haven't invented the thing that can kill me.
Some of us aren't so lucky. A lot of good people died that day. You didn't give us enough time to make the escape pods.
You survived. Stop complaining.
They think you're a hero, but I know better.
Raylo! Get in here!
On my way!
I'm not the only one hiding things.
We share on a need-to-know basis. Koth's crew didn't need knowing.
Leave her out of any loop you want, but I always need to know.
I didn't want to bother you with mundane details. Next time I'll bore you to tears. I need to make contact with my network alone. Try to stay out of trouble.
Where's Lana?
Excellent question.
My best engineer hasn't come back from a supply run to the free zone. It's a dodgy neighborhood if you catch my drift.
A black market. Rival syndicates disagree over who controls it.
They argue with blasters. I think she's in trouble, but we've got our hands full keeping the Gravestone's reactor stable.
You were hoping Lana could handle it, but she's gone.
I wouldn't bother you if it wasn't important. But I hate sending you in there alone.
Addendum. I will join you, Master.
My engineer's name is Tora. HK has her image in its databanks.
She won't be hard to find. Tora has a big personality.
She's surlier than a hungry rancor, but she's the best engineer you'll ever meet. Thanks for the help.
And when you're done, find me at these coordinates. I'll introduce you to my people.
Help me find Koth's engineer, and we can go together.
I'll join you, but not now.
I exist to serve.
just knocked. My men spent hours on that barricade.
They should have done a better job.
Identification. That's not issued from the brilliant engineer we were sent to rescue, Master.
What's she to you?
You're not in a position to ask questions. Hand over the hostage, now.
Well, aren't you something? You eliminated my old rival, Argo. That inclines me toward gratitude. But this girl tried to rob me. That's bad for business.
Charging 50,000 credits for 100 thermal detonators? That's robbery.
You also insulted my mother.
I said she's uglier than a bantha wearing lipstick. It's not an insult if it's true.
My mother died putting me on a refugee ship to Nar Shaddaa. I grew up an orphan.
Oh, boo-hoo didn't. Join the club.
You see why I have to kill her?
Do you have a hollow of your mother? That should settle the argument.
Watch it. I'm only playing nice because of who you are. Everyone said you were dead, but I knew better. What do you say we show each other professional courtesy? I can get you all kinds of things, but I need to throw this thieving scum out an airlock first.
Theory. It will be a challenge to throw anything without your arms.
I don't like your attitude.
Where have you been all my life?
Stabbing things. Koth and the others are waiting at the docks.
You're why the captain risked his neck on Zakul. We're gonna get along great. I'll grab Mr. Ugly Dead Guy's thermal detonators. Catch you later.
Redirection. We should proceed to the rendezvous with Senya, Master.